Let's get sharp right now.
With all that cash flying around, I see you decided to let everybody know you.
No, I mean, there's a lot of cash flying around.
A lot of cash flying around. You look like money today, sir.
I'm okay.
You look like money today.
I'm okay. I'm doing all right.
Your favorite move yesterday was what?
Oh, man. Probably, I think Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans going to San Francisco. I don't know if Mike Evans is a 1A anymore, but I think Mike Evans still has a lot to give. He can still be a big-time weapon for the San Francisco 49ers. And I think that relationship, as far as the offense down in Tampa, probably it's gotten stale and he needed a new challenge. And obviously going to the best offensive mind in football in Kyle Shanahan, you add him with, George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey and Ricky Parasol, like, damn, you really working with something with that 49ers offense. I like that.
Listen, Damien, I know the offseason is fluid. We're just at the start of free agency. We haven't even gotten to the NFL draft yet. But looking at that division now, who should be viewed as the favorite going into 2026?
I would probably say Seattle. I would still give Seattle the slight edge. They still got that crazy defense.
Yeah,
over
they
there.
do.
They got that crazy defense. I think Sam, obviously they got a new play caller who's never called plays coming over from the San Francisco 49ers. But I would probably – no, you know what? Let me back up. I'm changing that.
Ooh.
Rams. We're like – clearly, you see what the Rams are doing defensively. Like, they identified their weakness, which was their secondary. The cornerbacks stunk last year. And what did they go out and do? They go out and get both Chiefs cornerbacks and pay them big-time money. And you combine that with getting Matthew Stafford coming back for another year and Devontae Adams, Puka, Kyron, with all those boys back, you have to give the Rams the edge.
This one move with Mike Evans has a lot of questions coming off of it, a lot of residue. We talked about the NFC West and the 49ers. I want to go back to the Bucs for a second because he's a legend there.
Yes.
And they wanted to keep him. They made him a very aggressive offer. And in the statement, Mike Evans and his camp said it was never about the money. What does this tell you about how he perceives the Bucs and their chances to actually contend?
Well, I don't think he perceives them as a team that could win a Super Bowl. Why would you leave somewhere that you've been your whole career, you've built a Hall of Fame resume, and you want to just venture out and go into the unknown waters? Now, listen, Kyle Shanahan, who wouldn't want to jump in those waters, being that he's the premier offensive mind that we have in our game? But usually guys like that, they don't leave. But for him to venture out and say, no, I want to test the waters and go somewhere and challenge myself, I don't think that situation in Tampa is viewed as highly, probably in his mind.
We're talking with Damien Woody, ESPN NFL analyst here on Unsportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance. What did you think of what Kansas City did yesterday?
I mean, listen, I think getting Kenneth Walker III was an admission to Kansas City on a couple fronts. Number one, we gotta help our quarterback. Our quarterback too many times put on the cape, try to save us. They need to get back to having some balance on offense. We've been saying now, I know I have been saying that Kansas City has had no remnants of a running game for quite some time. And now you bring in a guy in Kenneth Walker III that brings a explosive element to the running game because they're going to need it. We don't know what Patrick Mahomes is going to look like when he's coming back off this ACL injury. And with Eric Bieniemy, now the offensive coordinator, I'm assuming he's going to call plays this upcoming season. But if that's going to be the case, they need that element in their offense because they've just been stagnant offensively.
Damien, Tua lands with the Atlanta Falcons. We just had Adam Schefter on, and he compared this situation with Atlanta with Penix and Tua to what we saw last year with Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones in the Indianapolis Colts. From your perspective, who's going to be the full-time starter in Atlanta?
Tua. If I had to guess, Tua. Like, it's just hard for me to imagine a guy, Michael Penix, with his injury history. And I know Tua has an injury history, but Michael Penix is a guy like, he can't even play underneath center, guys. Like, look at all the injuries Michael Penix has had just going back from college to now. Okay, and the injury that he's coming back from it's not an easy injury to come back from. And so when I look at Tua, this is a guy that he's had his spurts as far as playing some high-end football. He's playing indoors. They got a good offensive line. They have weapons. They have premier weapons in Atlanta. So if I had to get an edge right now, I'd probably get the edge to Tua.
Well, the guy who replaces him in Miami, Malik Willis, coming over from Green Bay, obviously this new regime down there and their GM, John Eric Sullivan, and their head coach, Jeff Hafley, know him well after their time in Green Bay. What are your expectations for Malik Willis in Miami?
Well, I will say, first of all, is everything is projection as it relates to Malik Willis because it's such a small sample size with him. But I will say this. I think they're going to be dynamic in the backfield. Can you imagine Malik Willis with Devon Achane in the backfield? The things that you can be able to do schematically
fastest
from the run game.
In the league.
I mean, it's going to be hell for a lot of people, as far as trying to stop that type of rushing attack with those two in the backfield. So I think that has a lot going forward. But again, we're just talking about projection. In this limited sample size, he's shown well. He's done well. And I would say, for people out there, Jeff Hafley, new head coach, they seen him every day in practice.
Oh, yeah.
Going up against that Green Bay Packers defense. So they know him better than anybody out there. So, I'm pretty sure they'll know how to use him accordingly.
Damien Woody's got SportsCenter in a couple of minutes. You'll see him there. So last thing, which team yesterday did you say, what the hell are they doing?
I don't know if I formulated that yet. It's still early in the process. I know there's some teams that's spending like drunken sailors yesterday.
So like the Raiders, you're okay with what the Raiders did?
Listen, I think here's what I would say about the Raiders.
They're the spenders.
They spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
they spend a lot of money, but they're also going to have a rookie quarterback. And so here's what I would say about the Raiders. They spend a boatload on Tyler Linderbaum in the center. Like that's a crazy deal that they signed, but when you're talking about a rookie quarterback, the Raiders were atrocious on the offensive line. You got to solidify the middle. They got weapons. They got pieces on offense. They got to fix their offensive line. They signed a wide receiver as well, Naylor, who I really like coming over from Minnesota. So they're adding pieces for, obviously, we figured the eventual number one pick in Fernando Mendoza.
Buy Granger for the ones who get it done.
Shefty Draft. If you missed any of Adam Schefter, go back in the podcast and listen wherever you get your podcasts. Adam Schefter is always brought to us by ZipRecruiter. Smalls, your pick.
Love that chime. With my pick, the first pick in the Adam Schefter topic draft, I select Trey Hendrickson, waiting for the right deal, but Shefty saying it would be surprising if it's not done today.
Tell me where.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I thought you had something.
No, I don't know. I didn't expect him to throw that out there. I don't know.
One thing off the board for you with Trey Hendrickson. I thought.
Well, I'm just waiting for the deal to be done. I'm going to be refreshing my phone like I'm Evan Cohen all day, waiting for the deal to be done.
Because I ask a good follow-up. I have to get a shot. I mean, well, come on.
Are you not refreshing your phone 24/7, 365?
Right, that's not the focus. Give me a team. Cece, give me a team.
Trey Hendrickson?
You know what? Coming up, we'll get a team.
Yeah, let me think about this, because there's some options on the board for me.
The 32.
All right, so with my pick in the Adam Schefter draft, it has to be Tua having a chance to start with the Atlanta Falcons. He said this regime has no skin in the game with either quarterback. They didn't draft Michael Penix. They didn't coach Michael Penix. This is Kevin Stefanski with Ian Cunningham and Matt Ryan as the football czar in Atlanta. I think it's going to be a true quarterback competition, and it could shake out similarly to what we saw with the Indianapolis Colts from last year with the battle between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. Now, I think it's absolutely fascinating. I would say that the organization investing a top 10 pick in a guy, 3 years, you would think he would have an opportunity to show you what he could do. But there's no guarantee if Tua has a really good offseason and a good preseason with training camp that he wouldn't be the starting quarterback week one. And if he plays well, it's going to be hard to unseat him. So I think that's absolutely fascinating. An organization eating $100 million in dead money for a quarterback that could end up being the full-time starter for a team the following year.
Also, I want to add one thing. Rich Eisen brought this up on his show yesterday noon until 3 Eastern time. It's a great point. Think about that division. He's never going to be cold. 2 indoor, 1 really warm weather, 1 somewhat warm weather.
Good call.
Never cold. I mean, that's sad to have to think about that in the National Football League, but he has been terrible in the cold. Let's be honest. All right,
And against winning teams.
That's true. Well, the winner of the division last year was 8-9.
Perfect spot for him.
Every knock on
Couldn't
Tua
be better.
does not apply to the NFC South. That's fascinating.
I'm warm, and these teams are mid. Let's go.
I was tempted to go QB, but I'm going to go with the fact that Alvin Kamara is going to get traded. I think that's pretty clear.
Oh, my God.
Alvin Kamara is going to get traded. That I think is very clear, and I'm very interested to see where he goes now. Now, I'm going to ask myself the same follow-up that I asked you. Where, right? Kansas City's off the board, right? I thought maybe that could be a good Alvin Kamara team. Buffalo doesn't make sense, right? Could that be a Seattle play?
I'm going to tell you a team that makes a ton of sense. The Chicago Bears.
Ooh.
Go get Alvin Kamara?
No, Trey Hendrickson.
You
But
know
I just
what?
said Alvin Kamara.
Well, you said to circle back.
I thought about them, and I wanted to look at the
In that
financials
moment?
on them. Hold on, let me pull this up. So with the Bears now, with DJ Moore gone, Dahlman's retirement, Tremaine Edmonds gone, they have $26.6 million, I believe, in cap space available. Because I thought the Cowboys, I thought the Bears, I didn't know financially if they would be able to make it work, but I think the Bears could actually pull it off.
Trey Hendrickson with Montez Sweat. Then all of a sudden now.
I don't like it at all.
Amazing thing
I don't
that
like
happened.
it
I
at
literally asked,
all.